Growing up, I had an amazing childhood. I had and still have amazing parents that taught me what unconditional love was. They taught me how to be kind, and they taught me how to be strong in the things that I believe in. They also taught me what Jesus and God's unconditional love was. But as a child, I didn't quite understand what that meant. So as I grew up, I went off to college, and I got married, and I had my son. And we fast forward to 2016. In 2016, I had my highest high and my lowest low. My grandmother, who continuously came to church, and my mom, who had started coming back to church years before this, began bringing my son back to church. Donovan would come home and he would tell me all these amazing, amazing things that he would learn in church, and just the excitement in his eyes just started stirring something that was still there, just got a little bit stronger. So one day I got up and I walked back into the church that I grew up in. I sat on the second row and I just knew that I had come home. So through the years, as I was growing up, the one thing that I didn't do was take that final step and be saved. And so my grandmother and my mother, they prayed and prayed and prayed that would happen, that I would finally make that decision. And not long after that I started coming back to church, I made that decision. And I walked up, and soon after I became baptized. Now in that moment I thought, wow, this is pretty quick. I started coming back to church, and then I was baptized in that time frame. But as usual, God knew what he was doing. A few months later, I had my lowest low. And my marriage of 13 years was ending. And when I didn't understand why things were happening, why I was going through these things, and I didn't know what my future looked like, I did the most natural thing that I could do, and I turned and leaned on God. With him, no matter what, I knew that I was going to get through it. Along with his grace and his mercy, he put the best and most amazing people in my life. He knew who to put in my life that would push me to get through that dark time. On the days that I didn't want to do anything, or the days that I just wanted to say no, they didn't listen, and they got me through. Without him putting those people into my life and showing me that grace and that mercy, I don't know where I'd be today. What I do know is that God is not going to stop you in life of going through those difficult times. And he's not going to spare you those difficult times, but what he will do is he will get you through those difficult times. With him, I have learned that there's no other person that I would want to turn to. And so with that, the peaks and the valleys, the highs and the lows, the one constant that I do know is that with God, nothing is impossible.